Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Collision or Hit. I, Tony Schiavone, with Jim Ross and Booker T, and today on Collision or Hit, we are going to talk about what first happened, yesterday on Friday Night SmackDown. We had Solia, like Solia, and she somehow got lucky and beat she beat Maxwell Jacob Friedman, but also beat Austin Theory as well. Well, somehow, some way she did that, Jim Ross says. And out of luck or whatever it is, she somehow was, skilled enough to pull it out. But somehow she did pull it off. We just don't know how she did it. But we all know that she did do it. Well, I can tell you what, Booker T says. Somehow, some way, she pulled it off. But now she's made a foe, out of the... She's made foes, out of the site. And none of the followers of the site, Tony and Jim, none of them, like to be shamed. None of them like to be, besmirched. And somehow she ended up beating them. Somehow she pulled it off. She ended up beating all of them. And at the end of the day, none of them are going to be happy about it. So what you're saying is, Booker T, Tony Schiavone says you think that she needs to watch out. She needs to be, worried. That she needs to be worried that the site is going to come after her and get even on some slight they believe that she did by beating them in the matches that she did beat them in. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Booker T said that's what I'm saying. Well, we only hope, that's not going to happen. We just only hope it doesn't happen. But right now, we're going to have a talk with her, and so Jonathan Coachman is going to be talking with her. Alright, Aurora. I guess it's, Sola, I guess, like, you've only been in the toy wrestling gathering not even a full week, but somehow, some way, you end up beating two followers of the site, Austin Theory. Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Austin Theory. Well, yes, somehow, some way I did that, Booker T. I did that, Jonathan Coachman, sorry. And somehow I pulled it all off. I don't know how I did it, but somehow I did. And yes, I am quite aware that the site, whatever they're calling themselves, might not be happy with losing to me. And that they might feel slighted by losing to me. And they might want to get even with me. Well, let's just put it that way. If they feel that way, I'm right here, and I'm ready for whatever fight that they're going to bring my way. Well, you are aware that Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Austin Theory are both overseen by the same overseer, Paulie Dangerously, which, sorry to interrupt you, Jonathan Coachman, Sola, or Solia, if that's your name, I am the overseer for the site. Yes, I am quite aware that you came from Five and Below on Thursday. I am quite aware that somehow, some way, out of luck, you beat two of my men, Maxwell Jacob Friedman and Austin Theory. But today, you are going to have a harder time beating the freedom follower of the site, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is not only a man who can say that he has wrestled in the beginner ranks at MACCA, not only a man who said he could do everything in WWE, NFL, UFC, and WWE again, but he has also done things in TWF as well. I'm quite aware of Brock Lesnar as the big bad bully. You know, the former beginner wrestler, former skilled football player, former skilled fighter, skilled wrestler, who takes every fight, you know, and likes to beat up folks, and has glee doing it. And that somehow, some way, he's ended up being with you on and off for years. Why? I don't know. But somehow he's had. And if you truly think that Brock Lesnar can beat me, then why don't we have a match here today on Collision or Hit? And I will show everyone, you know, that me beating Maxwell Jacob Friedman and beating Austin Theory like I did was not a fluke. Whatever the English word for fluke would be, I guess it means it doesn't reckon. Well, alright. You want to fight me, Brock Lesnar says? You, a Five and Below doll, want to fight me? Well, guess what? You'll do that. But it's going to be your own burial. Alright. Well, Paulie Dangerously has really put Brock Lesnar up against someone who he believes everyone will fall to, Brock Lesnar. But then again, Paulie Dangerously has seen Brock Lesnar lose some and win some. So as we know, Brock Lesnar is not fully, can be beaten. It has happened. He has rarely lost matches. Solar coming right now. Hip toss on Brock Lesnar. Sola. The body slam. And if a mermaid's going to beat Brock Lesnar, Tony Schiavone says, how he handle it? I don't think he's going to handle it very well, Jim Ross says. Brock Lesnar has lost some matches during his 2-week run in WWE. Not as many, you know, but he has lost some. So we know he's not unbeatable. Wait a minute, he's got her. F5. He just F5 did Sola, I guess, or Solia. You know what Booker T says? Brock Lesnar can't do that to Ariel. He couldn't do that to Pearl. But hey, he can do that to Sola. And she's not as well known as those other two ones. You're going to watch him, you know, beat you. Beat him. 1, 2, and a kick out. And now Brock Lesnar is not happy. Booker T says, I think he just needs to do one more F5. And I think, whoa, that DDT is not going to help. Sola with the DDT, Tony Schiavone says. Yes, Jim Ross said, here it comes. She'll do the splash from the top steeple, from the top post. Come on, that's not going to lose. If you want to beat Brock Lesnar like The Undertaker did, or John Cena did, or Seth Rollins did, or Roman Reigns did, or, you know, you have to do something hard. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. here is your winner, Sola. And now Solia has gotten out of ring now. And Brock Lesnar has now lost to her. And unlike Maxwell Jacob Friedman or Austin Theory, Brock Lesnar is not known to deal with losing very well. Or neither are the other two either. Tony Schiavone says. Well, I can tell you one thing right now, Jim Ross says. Sola must have gotten lucky when she beat Brock Lesnar. Was he having an off day, Jim Ross says? And tell you the truth, Booker T said, maybe he was having an off day. You know? I don't know how Solia beat, Brock Lesnar, but I could see this being a full, long war, between them. At least that's what I believe. And it looks like it is. We have all the time we got here. All the time we got here. For I, Tony Schiavone with Jim Ross and Booker T, we hope you like Collision or Hit. And we'll see you tomorrow for Power or Might.